Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah. Surviving.
Yeah. Yep.
That's about all we can do, I feel.
I know, right? Every day is something new. Yeah.
Never ends.
No.
Never ends. Yeah.
I'm gonna make you co-host.
Okay. How have these been coming along?
It's like a hit or miss.
Yeah.
For most of them, we've had at least three students minimum or two
Yeah.
students minimum, but yesterday we had a student panel and we had zero attendance. I thought for that one we for sure would have some, but no. But
Yeah.
otherwise, all the other ones I've been leading, I've had at least three students. The most was seven.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
It's something. Yeah. 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 You live in Fullerton or close by?
Yeah, I live in Fullerton. I'm born and raised in Fullerton, so
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not in Fullerton anymore, right? I remember.
No, I'm from San Diego, but I moved to Utah like 3 years ago. So I live in Utah, where it's nice and cold.
I bet. I mean, here it's been kind of chilly, and we're like pulling out all the blankets,
Yeah,
but
no, it's
nothing
different.
scared. Yeah.
Different cold. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I know like some people have started going on campus, but like only for specific stuff and
Yeah.
but I've been gone since March and then I went on maternity leave and I feel like I'm barely coming back into it.
Yeah. Into the twilight zone. That's
Yeah,
how it feels.
even handling these Zoom sessions, I'm like, wait a minute, how do I share screen? Like it's all
The new reality.
yeah,
Do you have a boy or a girl?
a girl, baby girl, yeah.
Is that your first, or do you have other kids?
My first one. Uh-huh.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have three boys, so I know all about little people.
Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these I've been going to my mom's these past 2 days just so that she could help me watch her while I do all these sessions. But today I stayed home. But
Yeah. You need help. If you got family close by, man, that's great. It helps a lot.
that's what everyone has, especially Cherie. She was telling me if you can take it, never say no. Yeah.
Yeah, don't be stubborn. No, be like, yes, here you go. Help, help.
That's what Cherie was telling me.
Yeah. Well, she's juggling too, so
Yeah,
yeah,
she's a pretty easy baby, luckily.
yeah. I don't think mine were easy, but you get through it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, my grandma always told me God gives you what you can handle, and that made me nervous for a second.
Yeah, right. How much does he think I can handle? What? How much?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I live by Air Force Base, and we have airplanes flying
Oh,
over.
really?
So,
Wow.
anyways, yeah. What else? You guys, what's your deadline for fall? We got one.
Oh, for fall, I have to double check.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I know we are promoting fall,
Yeah.
but I have to double check.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Mm. Oh, we have a few students coming in. We've been having a few students coming in a few minutes late.
That's okay.
I'll trickle in, yeah.
Yeah.
March 1st is our fall deadline.
Good. Coming up. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for summer, you guys
Mhm.
allowing students to travel this summer?
No, our travel stop is through July, through the end of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for now, no summer programs.
Yeah.
We are launching a few virtual programs that were supposed to run in person, but they've been changed to virtual.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a reality these days.
Yeah, and like even then, we're trying not to bring our hopes up and playing it safe.
Yeah.
Uh, we think maybe winter 2022 might be our first travel, but we don't know yet.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Mhm. Okay, I think we can get started. We have a few students.
Great.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. We have Teen joining us today. Jay Bartelli from Teen is here, and he'll be sharing a few details about the programs they offer, opportunities for you. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to go ahead and write them in the chat, and I'll be monitoring the chat, Jay. At the end of the presentation, of course, you could also ask a few more questions, and this recording will be available for you on our website.
Okay. Should I take it away?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. If you guys don't mind, can you introduce yourselves since it's a small group and let me know kind of what year you are at Fullerton and your major and maybe a location that you're interested in going to? Who wants to start?
I'll start. Hello, my name is Melanie Castillo. I'm a political science major. I'm a junior at CSUF, and I'll be interested in like Europe, any part of Europe.
Great. Sounds good.
I'm Haley. I'm a second year, and I'm a child and adolescent development major, and I'm interested in a lot of places. Like I'm keeping my options pretty broad, but some of the places that interest me the most are in Asia, like Japan. Yeah.
Great. Thanks. Anybody else? Garrett or Tuong?
Hi, I'm Tung, but you can call me T, and I am a human service major, and it's my 4th year, and I'm very interested in going anywhere in Europe or Asia, or even maybe Latin America.
Okay. You're pretty open. All right. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Garrett. I'm a second year and I'm an engineering major, or I'm about to declare as one. And I'm mostly interested in Europe or even the like Eastern Bloc area.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you all for sharing. I can go, I can keep this pretty informal because I'd like to answer a lot of your questions, but I'll give you a short presentation about who we are as an organization and all the locations that we offer, talk a little bit about what's included in the program, some scholarship opportunities, and then I can go through our website and help you locate classes based on what you want, interests are. And I can also talk about virtual programs. If you want to go down that pathway, we can do that as well. So I'll share my screen real quick. And yeah, feel free to put your questions in the chat box as well. So, all right, let's do this. So I work for API, not Teen. I used to work for Teen, but anyways, Academic Programs International, or API. We're based in Austin, Texas. It's kind of our motto. Where in the world where would you like to go in the world? So just as an overview of all the locations we offer, we have a good variety here. Some opportunities in Asia, Latin America, Europe. We have like Central Europe, specifically like Croatia, Hungary, and Poland. And we also have a new one in the Czech Republic, quite a few in Latin America, and Middle East as well. And then we have a couple in Australia and New Zealand. So kind of overview. It's nice to meet you. I'm Jay Bartletti. So I kind of work with all the universities in Southern California and throughout California. I went to UC Santa Barbara. I studied abroad twice. I'm from San Diego. So I've been in your shoes quite a few years ago. So it's hopefully we can get you guys mobile again in this coming fall, hopefully, and then spring next year as well and beyond. So we send over 4,000 students abroad. So we've been doing this for 23 plus years. So we have staff all over the world to help support you when you're on the ground. And we've been doing not only study abroad, but we also do volunteer service learning, and as well as internships, which are quite popular. So that's kind of a brief overview of what we do as an organization. So there's a lot of kind of decisions when you're looking at study abroad, because there's a lot of different pathways. So if you're interested in just taking certain classes in your major, well, that will direct you to certain programs that offer courses in your major. If you're open to a location in the world or a region, that can help you kind of narrow down your options. What kind of living situation? Like I live with the host family in Mexico. Love that because it's immersive. You learn the language, they feed you. It's a great immersive experience, but maybe you're not interested in that. So you can do a dorm or apartment, etc. So kind of depends on what your interests are, can help you navigate what programs to look at. Does financial aid apply? What kind of program that offers all kinds of excursions and cultural events? Those are the kind of things that we provide to all of our students. And we can help you navigate, the classes and the type of degree plan you have, etc. So we have summer programs that are short, could be 2 weeks, all the way up to 10 weeks over the summer, or you can do a full fall or spring semester. You can do a full academic year. So there's a lot of variety. We have winter term that are like 2 weeks as well. So all things to consider. Again, academics is probably the number one thing. We want you to get credit for what you're doing abroad so you don't skip a beat towards graduation. So we'll help guide you, as well as Cal State Fullerton. We'll make sure that you get the classes, get the prerequisite you need in order to transfer them back to Fullerton. So all the things we do is what I mentioned. We do, excursions, cultural events that are on-site staff. If you're going to Spain, they're all Spaniards. Argentina, there's Argentine, or Poland, they're Polish. So it depends on where you go, but they offer excursions, cultural events every week. We have language exchanges that we can offer each student. The API Gives Back is a volunteer day. So you can actually give back to the community where you're going to be living. That's all, voluntary if you'd like. Language tutoring, even, course specific tutoring. We have some micro credentials you can earn while you're, let's see here. We got 2 people here. So you can earn a micro. Okay, sorry, I got muted. Sorry about that. So this is some of the things that we can offer you here at API. But you kind of want to think about your learning goals, set your learning objectives inside and outside the classroom. We ask students if they want to pledge to use the language to do so, if you really want to kind of advance your abilities in a certain language. There's a lot of time to reflect and kind of look at what you're doing in the moment. Because a lot of what you do now is what you want to share with employers or graduate schools when you apply later on after undergraduate years. So be intentional in terms of what you choose and where you go. These are all the things that we have included. So it's pretty much everything that you'd think: tuition, housing. We do an airport reception, a long orientation to get you familiar with the city and the university where you're going to be studying. We have fun social activities, but we also provide like insurance, mobile phones, laundry facilities, internet service, and then the volunteer day as well. So that's what's included. But what's not included in our programs are the airfare, books and supplies, which usually aren't that much compared to like how much it costs at Fullerton. Usually the books and supplies are less abroad. Meals, depending on where you're going to be living. Host family, they provide it. Our apartment and residencias or dorms do not. Transportation within the host city, excursions on meals, we'll cover some, but not all. And then like your personal expenses. So keep all that in mind when you're building out your budget. This is some of the, overnight excursions, day trips, etc. So yeah, some students, if you're going to Europe, well, there's a lot of castles, and, in Asia, there's great temples to visit. There's some vineyards and cheese tasting, and, Italy or France. So we do a lot of things that are, some are touristy, but we try to do the non-traditional, what locals do within the day trips that our local hosts know about. So a lot of exciting opportunities. And then we do fun things where to engage with the local culture. We do cooking classes and music and dance performances. And if you like sports, we'll go and, visit a Barcelona match. And if you're going to Barcelona or wherever it may be. So there's a lot of fun activities as part of our program. So basically, basic information, 18 years plus. Certain programs will have like a 2.5 GPA, but some of the more prestigious universities we work with might have a 3.0. That's usually the GPA range. Most of our programs are taught in English or beginning to intermediate level of the host country language. But you just need to be in good academic standing at Fullerton. You may need a letter of reference from a faculty showing that you can survive, you've done well in your academics, and you'd be fine to go abroad and continue them. So it's pretty easy. APIabroad.com is the website. Transcript, letter of recommendation. So these are all the kind of the nuts and bolts of what it takes to apply. So some great financial aid and scholarship opportunities. Obviously, you're going to want to meet with your financial aid advisor to talk about what's available for you. And then we can supplement some of that aid with scholarships that we provide as well. So, and then on our website, we have a whole host of other national scholarships you can apply for. So definitely, I did that. I spent a couple hours writing an essay when I went abroad, and I got $1,000. So I basically made $500 an hour. So that's kind of how I view it. And you can reuse that essay to apply to multiple different scholarships. So always highly encourage that. So, and then, like I mentioned, there's some opportunities for internships. There's teaching components. If you're doing like an internship in education, we can do those types of things. And then we have volunteer opportunities as well. So I'm going to stop that. I also wanted to show you some, this is our class finder on our website. Sorry. So basically, you can go into here and choose what you're studying. So let's see, some of you, well, I'm just going to do let's see, engineering. We had someone say engineering, so we'll do that one. So I'm going to apply engineering, and then in our course finder, it'll show you all the different class titles like applied mechanics. So if you wanted to do that, it tells you a little bit of the types of classes. You can look at what program it's available on, and then you can also view the syllabi as well that you can share with your academic department at Fullerton. So this is a really user-friendly way to kind of navigate and see what classes are available. So that's something to consider. What else was I going to do here? Hold on. And then kind of the financial aid piece. So we have our virtual programs, which I'll show you briefly. But if you're a student and you can't go abroad this summer because of travel restrictions, we have all these different virtual programs that are pretty affordable, as you can see here. But if you did one of these virtual programs this summer, you can go abroad in the fall 21 or spring 22, and we have a $3,000 scholarship off the program price in person. So if you wanted to kind of dabble in an international experience this summer, you want to do like a virtual internship, and then you wanted to follow it up with some type of in-person experience, we have those pretty decent sized scholarships that you can apply for. So, so yeah, I'm going to stop my share, but I'd like to answer any questions you may have. Just fire away if you'd like. If you have specifics about your major or locations or interests, just let me know.
Hi, I have a question. I joined a little bit late though, so that's where my questions are kind of brewing. But overall, how much does the program cost?
Yeah, so that varies pretty widely based on the location, right? So they could range, if you're doing like a summer program for like 2-3 weeks, you know, that could be, you know, $2,000 or something.
Okay.
If you do a full semester, some will be less than 10,000 with housing, tuition, and everything, all the way up to 25,000 in like Australia, New Zealand, because that's just the costs of you know what it is there.
Right.
So we have like a flyer that has like all of our programs that are under like $12,000 for a semester or under like 5,000 for a summer. So there's some affordable options there. Yeah.
And then I do have another question in regards to the internships. So I am mainly looking to get an internship for this summer, but are there any like reviews from students about like sharing their experience with virtual internships and how that works with like meeting deadlines because of the time difference and everything like that? So how would that work?
Yeah, so the virtual internships, we had to pivot last summer because we had about 100 students in the pipeline to do in-person internships, and then we had to pivot to virtual internships. So
Right.
I would say about half of them decided to do the virtual, and a lot of great feedback from students because the employers abroad make sure that it's US business hours, not their business hours.
Okay.
So they meet with the intern and the supervisor of the internship abroad. They meet with you during your business hours here in the US.
Okay.
So the feedback we got from these employers are, while they're going to bed and they're off business hours, they have an intern in the US working during those off hours. So when they get in the next day, some of that project that the intern was working on is done. So the employers really enjoyed that almost 24/7 type of work going on with the assistance of the interns. I do have some testimonials and evaluations from virtual interns that have done it, and I can share those with you if you want to grab my email from Abigail.
Okay, yeah, that would be really cool. Thank you so much.
Anybody else have questions?
There's a question in the chat. If I want to study abroad in spring 2021, when should I apply?
Spring, like 2022, or like coming up here pretty soon?
Sorry, it's 2022, they say now. Yeah.
So our deadlines for API are usually about 4 months before the program starts. So if the program starts January 30th, you know, you're looking right around October 1st, something around that. Some start earlier, like in the South Pacific of Australia, New Zealand, they don't start till February, end of February. So our deadlines are more like December 1st or November 1st. So, but I always say kind of think 6 months in advance if possible, because that allows you time to think about the academics, the financial situation, find the right program, and that just gives you time to really do your homework, make sure it's the right program for you. So I usually say 6 months. Yeah. I know we had some people come in a little bit late. You guys have specific locations you want to learn more about? Feel free to chime in.
Since I came in late, what areas I was mainly looking into London, but But in regards to communications and public relations, what areas would be the best to go and study communications, do you think?
Yeah, there's a communications is a good major because there's a lot of institutions abroad that offer communication.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to my my course finder here, and I'm gonna share my screen real quick to kind of show you. So this is our class finder. So you can search, your area of study if you want to do comm. So let's go here. That. So you can kind of search. I don't think I wrote that right, did I? There we go. So I know like University of Auckland would be great. Any of the English speaking countries where you can take all the classes they offer because there's no language barrier. You're going to have lots of opportunity there. This isn't right. Hold on. Let me search it out here. Anthro, com. Here we go. So let's look here. Because this really helps. So you can take like, communications in gender in Barcelona, Spain. But this can kind of help narrow down which, if you want to look at the classes, see where they're offered. We got some in Spain. There's some here in Hungary, Buenos Aires, Cadiz. You got Ireland as well. So it really kind of depends, and you can kind of open these up and get a little description of the courses, and there's a syllabi attached. But you can also do this little heart symbol here. And then what it does is gives you a specific URL. You can copy the link and send it to your parents or your academic advisor or whoever it may be. So you can kind of save your searches as well. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, we have great communication, and Madrid has a good program. Auckland, New Zealand, AUT is #1 in communications for the entire country of New Zealand. Anywhere in the UK, you'd have ample opportunities in Ireland and Edinburgh, London as well. So
It is quite a broad area of study. So that's why I was just like, I don't know where to go because there's just so many options. But both the internships and study abroad, they do offer virtual possibilities, right?
yeah.
Like that's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, from a virtual standpoint, it's I know it's not the most ideal, but it's what's practical in these certain times, right? So so some of the like this, if you just want, you can do an internship, which is usually 8 weeks. We have 2 sessions in the summer, and you can do it part-time. So if you wanted to go and do an internship we do part-time for us is 20 hours a week. But you can also continue to take classes at Fullerton, right? So you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone in that regard. If you wanted to do like our global select program where you take like 1 class while pursuing 4 other classes at Fullerton or 3 other at Fullerton, you can do that as well. And we've kind of curated some academic tracks kind of based on these 6 different areas here. And it's a great way to kind of internationalize your curriculum while you're still in Orange County, for example. So just kind of depends on where you go and what you want to study. And then but the internships for us overall for undergrads has been pretty successful. I mean, we have, I think, 40 or 50 doing virtual internships this spring semester, more lined up for the summer. So it's a great way to build your resume, test your career out, all from kind of the comforts of your home until we can get back on campus and be mobile again. So
Definitely. Thank you so much.
yeah. Anyone else have some questions? Yeah, Fullerton offers quite a variety of locations and types of programs. So, I mean, I would suggest, hop on our website at apiabroad.com just to kind of check out what's available. But then through the study abroad office at Fullerton, they'll have faculty-led programs, which is a member of the, faculty takes you somewhere, not this summer, but it might happen starting in 2022. But I also want students to think about why you're doing this. It could be for personal, academics, or just curiosity of the world, but also how is this going to impact your next phase of life, right? So how is this going to impact your career? How is this going to impact your job prospects? So the differentiators of what makes you special versus the same applicant who does the same major at a different school. So these international programs, I think, enhance your resume, enhance you as a person, and differentiates you from other people as well. So those are all kind of things to consider, because when I studied abroad, I don't know if I thought that deeply into it until in my interviews, they started asking me questions like, tell me a time when you had struggles and why. And I told them about, getting stranded in the middle of France because there's train strikes, and how I had to find a way to, I slept in the train station and befriended people. So there's ways of extracting these experiences after, your undergraduate degree. So just things to consider as well. My first internship in undergrad, I got a job from that when I graduated. So that's building your network and being in the right place at the right time. We've had some of our students get jobs abroad because their employers love them so much. So those are also things to consider. So yeah, I can hear. Why don't I just throw in my. And then you can, if you want to chat, or that's my email or my phone number. Happy to talk more and support you all. And if you need help just navigating, finding ways of narrow down your search, I can help you with that as well. So yeah. Hopefully you'll all be back on campus in the fall. Let's hope that happens.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, everyone. We'll have this recording available for you on our website. And if any other questions come up, feel free to email us. You have Jay's email, and we'll get back to you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Abigail.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
You too.